Who are the future members of BRICS? If these new powerful countries join BRICS, the US dollar could collapse overnight.
The BRICS grouping has expanded for the first time since 2010.
For more than a decade, the BRICS group has been comprised of 5 countries dominated by China. Especially since member Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the group has positioned itself as a counterweight to Western democracies that dominate the world economy. Now its membership has doubled.
This is expected to have a major economic impact on the world.
Well, 2 of Southeast Asia's most important economies have just announced their plans to join the BRICS network.
They are richer than the G7 club, with 1/3 of the world's GDP. They want to create an alternative to the global order unfairly dominated by the West since World War II.
The BRICS is trying to position itself as the voice for emerging economies and challenge Western dominance of global affairs.
BRICS is expanding, and it's getting weird. Hold on to your hats because the list of potential new members is blowing up the internet. Who are these mystery nations? What makes BRICS so attractive to these nations? Is it the allure of a multipolar world, the promise of economic growth, or a strategic move against Western dominance? We're about to expose the secret list of potential future BRICS members and what their inclusion could mean for you. Imagine you're at a party and everyone's buzzing about the latest global gossip. BRICS is throwing open its doors and everyone's dying to get in. Yes, the BRICS Club, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, has caught the eye of over 40 countries. Nations across Asia, Africa, Latin America, and even parts of Eastern Europe are vying for a spot. Why? Because BRICS Plus is seen as a powerful counterbalance to Western economic dominance, particularly that of the US and its dollar-centric trade practices. 6 new countries, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Argentina, have received invitations after the 15th BRICS Summit in August 2023. By January 1st, 2024, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arab, and the United Arab Emirates became full members. The BRICS alliance currently includes 10 countries. Argentina was expected to be the 11th member, but it declined the invitation after a government change in November 2023. Let's quickly look at these new nations on the block who are shaking things up. Firstly, there's Egypt. Known for its rich history and strategic location, Egypt has long been a bridge between Africa and the Middle East. Its inclusion in BRICS not only strengthens its ties with other member countries, but also underscores its pivotal role in regional politics and commerce. Did you know that Egypt's economy, with a GDP of around $404 billion in 2023, is one of the largest in Africa? Its entry into BRICS signals a significant shift towards enhancing economic cooperation across these regions. Next up is Ethiopia, often referred to as the cradle of humanity due to its ancient history. With a rapidly growing economy, Ethiopia is Africa's second most populous country. The inclusion of Ethiopia highlights BRICS's focus on representing more of the African continent and promoting regional stability and development. Ethiopia's GDP growth rate has been impressive, averaging around 8% over the past decade. This makes it a key player in BRICS's agenda to foster economic growth and infrastructure development. Iran's membership in BRICS might raise a few eyebrows, especially given its tense relationship with Western countries. However, Iran's vast reserves of oil and gas make it an economic heavyweight in its own right. Finally, let's talk about Saudi Arabia and the UAE, 2 of the world's largest oil producers. These nations are not just wealthy, but also strategically influential in global energy markets and shifting to a multi-currency system for oil sales.
Saudi Arabia has officially ended its 50-year petrodollar agreement with the United States, shifting to a multi-currency system for oil sales.
Saudi Arabia's GDP in 2023 was approximately $1 trillion, with the UAE not far behind at around $501 billion. Their entry into BRICS signifies a pivot away from traditional alliances with the West, especially the United States, and a move towards fostering new economic and political ties. This shift could herald a new era in global energy politics, with BRICS nations potentially collaborating on energy policies and projects. Now, attention is turning to the next potential members. Among these, Nigeria, Indonesia, Turkey, and Mexico stand out as strong contenders, often referred to collectively as the Mint countries due to their unique geographical position and significant growth potential. Nigeria, Africa's largest economy, is actively pursuing BRICS membership. The country's rich natural resources, particularly oil and gas, combined with a rapidly growing and youthful population, position it as a potential powerhouse within the group. Nigeria's intention to join BRICS is driven by its desire to diversify international trade and reduce dependency on the US dollar. Indonesia, with its strategic location and large population, is another strong candidate. It is the fourth most populous country in the world, with a dynamic and diverse economy. It's like having a bustling marketplace with every kind of vendor you can imagine. Indonesia's economy has been growing steadily, and it's projected to keep expanding. Joining BRICS could bolster Indonesia's influence, making it a more prominent player on the global stage. Turkey, bridging East and West, holds a unique geopolitical position that could bring substantial strategic advantages to BRICS. Despite economic challenges and political complexities, Turkey's robust manufacturing sector and pivotal location for trade routes between Europe and Asia make it a valuable potential member. However, the current administration's policies and regional political dynamics may influence the timing and feasibility of Turkey's membership. Mexico, the economic leader of Latin America, is another potential BRICS member. Its close ties with North American markets and its significant manufacturing base offer unique advantages. Mexico's inclusion in BRICS could shift some of its focus from North America to a broader global alliance, potentially fostering greater economic independence and diversification. This shift could also encourage more robust trade relations with other BRICS nations, leveraging its strong industrial capabilities and abundant natural resources. Interestingly, in 2023 and 2024, a total of 15 countries officially applied for BRICS membership. These countries include Algeria, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Belarus, Bolivia, Colombia, Iraq, Kazakhstan, Kuwait, Pakistan, Senegal, Thailand, Venezuela, Vietnam, and Yemen. But that's not all. An additional 25 nations have expressed strong interest in joining BRICS Plus Alliance. These countries include Angola, Cameroon, Comoros, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Gabon, Guinea-Bissau, Guyana, Indonesia, Jamaica, Libya, Malaysia, Nicaragua, Qatar, Sri Lanka, Sudan, Suriname, Syria, Tunisia, Somalia, Uganda, and Zimbabwe.
Malaysia is extremely supportive of de-dollarization, and so that is going to be a truly massive win for the BRICS bloc once Malaysia joins.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has held a meeting with Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan. Putin reinforced Moscow's support for Turkey in the BRICS bloc.
We have seen tremendous interest from countries, especially from the global south, from Latin America to Africa, to the Middle East and to Asia as well. that have shown interest in becoming full members of BRICS.
Each of these countries contributes a lot to the world. This influx of hopeful members could fundamentally reshape the global balance of power. Will BRICS Plus become a new superpower bloc? Why do so many countries want to join BRICS? It's like everyone's lining up for a ticket to the hottest club in town. But what's the allure? Why are nations from every corner of the globe itching to be part of this group? First off, let's talk about the allure of breaking free from the US dollar. Many developing countries see BRICS as a golden ticket to economic independence. Imagine being able to conduct international trade without the constant fluctuation and dominance of the US dollar. For these nations, BRICS represents a sanctuary from economic volatility, a way to stabilize their own currencies and economies by shifting trade into local or alternative currencies. Isn't it empowering to think of conducting international trade without constantly worrying about exchange rate fluctuations driven by a foreign power's economic decisions? Then consider the economic landscape. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, already account for 31.7% of the global GDP when measured by purchasing power parity. Imagine being part of a club that wields that kind of economic clout. It's no wonder countries from the global south are queuing up to join. They see BRICS as a gateway to economic growth and stability, providing a much-needed counterbalance to Western-dominated financial institutions like the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank. The New Development Bank, NDB, established by BRICS, is a prime example of this economic magnetism. Unlike traditional Western financial institutions, the NDB focuses on funding sustainable development projects tailored to the needs of developing countries. This includes everything from green energy projects to infrastructure development. Isn't it refreshing to think of a financial body that actually prioritizes your local needs instead of imposing one-size-fits-all solutions?
When we look into the potential of new countries coming, and especially those that are oil rich, we do see that many countries in the global south are looking for alternatives in terms of an international order that seems to not really adapt to a changing distribution of power.
But it's not just about economics. There's a deeper, almost philosophical appeal. Many countries are tired of the unipolar world dominated by the United States and its allies. BRICS offers an alternative vision, a multipolar world where power is more evenly distributed. This desire for a more balanced global order resonates strongly, especially among nations that have often felt sidelined or exploited by Western powers. Moreover, there's a sense of camaraderie and mutual support within BRICS that's incredibly appealing. The idea of being part of a group that champions the causes of the global south, pushing for fairer representation in international forums like the United Nations, is a powerful motivator. It's like joining a club that not only acknowledges your struggles but actively works to address them. So, what does the future hold for BRICS? Could it challenge the G7? Imagine BRICS Plus as a rising heavyweight contender, now with 6 new members adding about 13% to its collective GDP. This brings the group's total GDP to nearly $30.8 trillion, edging closer to the G7's $43.8 trillion. Moreover, with a population base of around 3.7 billion people, BRICS represents a significant portion of the global population, potentially surpassing 50% if more countries join. However, this expansion isn't without its hurdles. The diverse interests and geopolitical rivalries among members, such as the India-China border tensions and the differing alliances of Saudi Arabia and Iran, could make consensus more challenging. The question is, Can BRICS maintain its unity and effectively manage its enlarged membership? The need for new institutions, like a BRICS Secretariat, might arise to streamline decision-making and governance. Looking ahead, the road for BRICS is both promising and fraught with challenges. Will it become a dominant economic bloc, rivaling the G7? Or will internal conflicts and external pressures undermine its cohesion? One thing is clear: the evolution of BRICS will significantly impact global geopolitics and economics, and its rise is a development we can't ignore. So, if you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button. And for the latest updates on geopolitical news, check out this video here.